when I start to show software, again, we're trying to show it in a neutral way, which is beneficial to any GPS manufacturer or device hardware that you're going to be using. It will usually have a piece of software, and that software is going to dictate how you connect your physical device, your GIS device or your drone device to this Montana State reference network. And as I started this morning off with, everybody would first need to understand that device has to have connectivity. So that means if you're using a DJI controller, it would either be hotspotted to a phone or a Verizon MiFi, some network providers, internet MiFi, or an internal SIM from some third party providing you a SIM card. Many questions usually come in and say say, hey, I went to my AT&T store or my Verizon store, especially for GIS people and drone people, using this device, and they say they don't support that device. I would encourage those folks to Google a company called Data Activation Center. And I'm just mentioning this company because they specialize in IoT, which is Internet of Things, which are SIM data cards for many peripheral devices that your normal AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, all the people out there selling cellular, they're not familiar with data. And everything we're doing here today deals with data. So just understand these are professional people, and there's other ones, and you can Google that, but just understand these organizations specialize in the IoT of things, the Internet of Things, and providing data to devices. So with that covered down, just know that we have a device. Yes, we have internet connectivity. So then now, and then we properly subscribe for a trial, then we have to build those connectivities or those credentials into a piece of software. And that's what we're going to do right now, okay? So with that said, I'm going to bring up Google Earth just to kind of show you Montana. And this afternoon session is running differently than this morning because this morning's session was built around surveying. And surveyors are looking for that sub-centimeter type of connectivity. And that requires you to understand your survey software and how it's set up. In the mapping world, and so at first we're going to talk about the mapping world, and then we'll get into the drone stuff. You need to understand that the manufacturer that you're using has built a mapping grade receiver that is either going to use code-based corrections or carrier-based corrections from the MTSRN. And that is a little less stringent than using survey software. So what I mean by that, and I'll speak on behalf of a Trimble device, even though that mapping device might be using carrier-based corrections, it is capable of getting corrections up to 100 kilometers away, even further, actually. I'm just trying to keep it tighter for general purposes of 100 kilometers. I know I've tested it at up to 300 kilometers. And I want to make sure everybody understands what that means. So let's go back to this map, and you can see, like, if I was working in Bozeman, and that's MTSU here, and Missoula is, way over in this area. You can see the spacing of many of these reference stations are shown here. And then we're going to work on getting this to be able to be a KMZ where you'll be able to display it here on this Google Earth map. But what I've done here is I'm in Bozeman here. And if I was to bring up a measure tool and put that measure tool over here so you can see it and change that to kilometers. And I said that I can go 100 kilometers, right, from a single base. That means I could go from here in Bozeman, and you can see that 100 kilometers reaches me all the way almost to Butte, right? And I said that that's being super conservative. And so there, if I went all the way up to Helena, it's only 126 kilometers. So why am I showing you that is that understand that if your software from your manufacturer only allows you to use corrections from a single base solution and not a VRS, you're still covered with this investment at MTSRN. You'll be able to go great distances from even using a mount here at MTSU, which is the one in Bozeman. So I just wanted to make sure everybody understands. I'm using this just purely to show you how far 100 kilometers is. And really, that's super conservative with any mapping grade receiver out there, even a high accuracy GIS receiver from any manufacturer.